Guys, there are 8 body language habits you're probably doing right now that are driving women absolutely crazy, and you have no idea. I'm talking about unconscious movements that make us lose our minds, and most of you are completely clueless about the effect you're having. If you've ever wondered whether that woman is actually interested in you, or if you're just imagining those signals, this video will open your eyes to what we're really seeing. Number 1. The neck touch or collar adjustment. Okay, this one drives us absolutely wild, and you probably do it all the time without thinking. You know, when you're talking and you casually touch the front or side of your neck, or adjust your collar, that simple gesture sends our brains into overdrive. Here's what's happening on a psychological level. The neck is one of the most vulnerable areas on the human body. When you unconsciously expose or touch this area, it triggers something primal in women. We're biologically wired to notice vulnerability because it signals trust and intimacy. But there's more to it than that. This gesture also indicates nervous excitement or physiological arousal. So when we see you do this, our female brains are interpreting it as a combination of subtle vulnerability and attraction. It's like you're showing us a glimpse behind your confident exterior. And that mix of strength and vulnerability, it's intoxicating. The science backs this up too. Studies show that when people are attracted to someone, they unconsciously touch areas of their body that they want the other person to notice. Your neck touch is basically a subconscious invitation for intimacy. And trust me, we're picking up on that signal loud and clear. Number 2, the slow, expansive stretch. This one is pure masculine magnetism in action. Picture this, you're standing up from your chair, or maybe you're leaning back and relaxing, and you do that stretch where your arms go behind your head and your chest expands. You think it's just a normal stretch, but we're seeing something completely different. That expansive movement is a nonverbal claim of space, which is a classic dominance signal. But here's the thing, it's not aggressive dominance. It's confident, comfortable dominance. You're showing us that you're not threatened by your environment, which implies social confidence and physical strength. And evolutionarily speaking, women are hardwired to notice these testosterone-linked movement patterns. There's also something visually striking about the way stretching creates accidental muscle flexing and body lengthening. Your shoulders broaden, your torso extends, and suddenly we're getting a preview of your physical presence that we can't ignore. It's like getting a glimpse of your body in motion, and that's incredibly attractive to us. Number 3, the asymmetrical half smile with calm eye contact. This combination is absolutely lethal, and most guys who do this effectively have no idea how powerful it is. It's when one side of your mouth lifts subtly, usually triggered by some internal amusement or flirtation, and you pair it with steady, unflinching eye contact. What this communicates to us is mystery, challenge, and confidence all rolled into one. It suggests you know something we don't, like you're in on some private joke that we're not privy to yet. That creates psychological intimacy because we suddenly want to be let in on whatever you're thinking about. The eye contact component is crucial here. When you maintain that calm, steady gaze while giving us that half smile, you're conveying a sexually self-assured demeanor without being overly aggressive. It's confident but not cocky, interested but not desperate. And that balance, that's what makes our hearts race. Number 4. Hands resting casually on hips. This isn't the exaggerated power pose you might be thinking of. I'm talking about that natural resting posture where your hands just casually settle on your hips during conversation. It seems like nothing, but it's actually broadcasting some powerful signals. This posture widens your body silhouette and exposes vital areas like your torso. In body language terms, this signals confidence and approachability. You're not protecting yourself or hiding. You're open and available. But there's also something about this stance that suggests readiness and control, like you're grounded but alert. Women instinctively find this balance compelling because it shows a subtle kind of masculine energy. You're not trying to dominate the space, but you're not shrinking away from it either. You're just present, and that presence is incredibly attractive.
Quick cause. I know you're wondering, how do I know if she's actually picking up on these signals? That's why I created the 25 forbidden signals she's secretly into you cheat sheet. Signals I can't even mention on YouTube. We're talking split-second lip flashes, specific hair touches, and that doorway move that's basically her saying, follow me. Each signal shows you what it means and exactly what to do next. No more walking away wondering, was she into me? Links in the description, grab it, and never miss your moment again. All right, back to number 5.
Number 5, rolling up a sleeves or adjusting a watch. This one might surprise you because it seems so mundane, but hear me out. When you unconsciously roll up your sleeves or adjust your watch, you're triggering multiple attraction mechanisms at once. First, rolling up a sleeves reveals your forearms, which are basically an underappreciated erogenous zone for women. There's something incredibly masculine about forearms. They represent strength, capability, and functionality. We notice them way more than you think we do. Second, the act of adjusting a watch or bracelet shows focus and attention to detail. It's a small grooming gesture that happens in moments of transition, like when you're prepping for work or getting ready to focus on a conversation. That moment of self-awareness and control is oddly intimate and attractive. The movement itself draws our eyes and adds depth to your body language. It's practical, masculine, and useful, all things that register as attractive to the female brain. Number 6, subtle lean in during conversation. This one is all about timing and subtlety. I'm talking about that moment when you're mid-sentence and you briefly lean forward, just a few inches, toward the person you're talking to. It's not a dramatic gesture, but it's incredibly powerful. This lean-in indicates deep listening and momentary investment without full commitment. You're showing us that what we're saying matters enough for you to physically move closer, but you're not invading our space. It creates this psychological pull where we suddenly feel seen, prioritized, even chosen. But here's where it gets really interesting. The lean-in is most powerful when it's followed by a lean back. That push-pull contrast intensifies the effect because it creates tension and release. You're giving us attention, then creating space, which makes us want to earn that attention back. Number 7, relaxed jaw, mouth slightly open. This might be the most subtle one on the list, but it's also one of the most powerful. When your mouth is slightly parted and your jaw is soft, not clenched or tight, you're broadcasting some incredibly attractive signals. A relaxed jaw indicates physical ease and low stress, which often correlates with arousal readiness in subtle ways. It shows that you're not overthinking or anxious, you're just present in the moment. And that presence is incredibly seductive to women. There's also something about this relaxed facial expression that conveys sexual availability without desperation. Your energy is calm and confident, not needy or try-hard. That relaxed energy is like a magnet for female attention. Number 8, the casual open leg orientation. This last one is all about subtle positioning. Whether you're sitting or standing, having your knees apart with one leg angled subtly toward the woman you're talking to sends a powerful subconscious signal. I'm not talking about an exaggerated spread. That would be too obvious and potentially off-putting. I'm talking about just enough openness to suggest relaxed confidence and subconscious sexual framing. Your lower body orientation aligns your hips and torso toward her, which is a primal signal of interest. Here's the thing, she may not consciously notice this positioning, but she feels it. Our brains are wired to pick up on these subtle cues of attraction and availability. When your body is oriented towards us, we subconsciously interpret that as focused attention and interest. The beauty of all these habits is that they are natural expressions of confidence and attraction. You're not putting on a show or trying to manipulate anyone. You're just being authentically masculine in ways that women find irresistible. Look, I know you're probably thinking about that woman in your life right now. The one who's been giving you those looks you can't quite decode. Next time you're around her, pay attention to your body language. Are you doing any of these things naturally? Because if you are, there's a good chance she's already more interested than you realize. Hit that like button if this opened your eyes to something you've been missing, and let me know in the comments which of these habits you've caught yourself doing. Trust me, understanding these signals changes everything.